India and the European Union have concluded what both sides are calling the mother of all trade deals, a landmark free trade agreement that has been nearly 2 decades in the making. Negotiations began in 2007, stalled multiple times over tariffs, data protection, labor standards, and market access, and have now finally come together at a moment when global trade is being reshaped. This agreement matters because the EU is already one of India's largest trading partners, and together they represent a massive share of global consumption, manufacturing, and services. The deal is designed to reduce trade barriers, boost investment, and integrate Indian and European supply chains more deeply than ever before. At its core, the India EU FTA focuses on tariff elimination and market access. According to official details, over 90% of EU exports to India will see tariffs either reduced sharply or eliminated entirely over time. In return, Indian exporters gain easier access to EU markets across goods and services. One of the most talked about aspects of the deal is automobiles. Currently, imported cars in India face duties that can exceed 100%, making European vehicles extremely expensive. Under this agreement, these duties will be cut gradually over several years, not overnight, to protect Indian manufacturers. This directly affects European car brands such as BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Audi, Volkswagen, Volvo, Skoda, Porsche, and even luxury marques like Lamborghini and Ferrari. While these cars won't suddenly become cheap, prices are expected to come down meaningfully over time, especially for electric vehicles and premium hybrids. For Indian consumers, this means greater choice and better pricing in the premium and luxury car segment. For Indian manufacturers, the phased nature of tariff cuts gives time to upgrade technology, improve competitiveness, and prepare for stronger competition. The aviation sector is another major winner. India currently imposes tariffs on imported aircraft and aviation components. Under the FTA, aircraft imports, especially from Airbus, will see tariffs eliminated or sharply reduced. This lowers costs for Indian airlines, supports fleet expansion, and could translate into better connectivity and lower operational costs in the long run. Food and beverages form another highly visible part of the agreement. India has traditionally protected its domestic market with high duties on imported food items. Under the FDA, tariffs on European wines, beers, spirits, and processed foods will be reduced. And this includes products such as French and Italian wines, Scotch whiskey, Irish whiskey, European beers, Italian cheese, French cheese, Belgian chocolates, Spanish olive oil, biscuits, and specialty confectionery. These products have long been present in India, but at premium prices due to heavy taxation. With tariff reductions, imported European food items are expected to become more affordable and more widely available, particularly in urban markets. And at the same time, safeguards remain to protect Indian farmers and small producers through phased implementation. Now, beyond consumer goods, the real economic impact lies in industrial products and raw materials. Tariffs will be reduced on machinery, chemicals, industrial equipment, medical devices, and high-tech components. This is crucial for Indian manufacturing, which relies heavily on imported machinery and inputs. Cheaper access to European technology can improve productivity in Indian factories, help MSMEs modernize, and support the Make in India and production-linked incentive programs rather than undermine them. On the other side of the equation, India's export sectors gain significant access to the EU market. Indian pharmaceuticals, already strong in Europe, will benefit from smoother regulatory pathways. Textile, garments, leather goods, footwear, engineering goods, auto components, chemicals, and processed foods are all expected to see export growth. The services sector is especially important. The deal improves market access for Indian IT services, software firms, consulting companies, and professionals, strengthening India's role as a global services powerhouse. Investment is another major pillar of the agreement. The EU is expected to step up foreign direct investment into India, particularly in manufacturing, electric vehicles, clean energy, green hydrogen, semiconductors, and advanced technology. This aligns closely with India's long-term economic goals. Strategically, this deal comes at a critical time. Global supply chains are shifting due to geopolitical tensions, trade wars, and over-reliance on single manufacturing hubs. The India-EU FTA positions India as a reliable alternative manufacturing and export base for European companies. For the EU, the deal reduces dependency risks and opens up one of the world's fastest growing consumer markets. For India, it diversifies trade partnerships and strengthens its leverage in global economic negotiations. However, it's important to note that this is not an overnight transformation. The agreement has been politically concluded, but it still requires formal ratification by India's cabinet and the European Parliament. Once approved, tariff cuts and policy changes will be implemented in phases over several years. Critics have raised concern about competition for Indian MSMEs and farmers, but the government maintains that long transition periods, safeguard clauses, and selective exclusions have been built into the agreement to manage risks. In the bigger picture, this deal is not just about cheaper cars, better wine, or imported cheese. It represents a structural shift in India-EU economic relations, with long-term implications for trade, investment, jobs, technology, and global influence. If implemented effectively, the India-EU Free Trade Agreement could become one of the most consequential economic partnerships of this decade, reshaping how India engages with the global economy and where it stands in the new world trade order.